Hey, what's up guys? It's time for some more early patch reports for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. This is from the recent PlayStation Experience build, and this time we're going to be focusing on Balrog because we got a lot of information on him. And speaking of which, all the sources that I gather this information from is in the video description below. You guys can check that out yourselves. And of course, let me know if I missed anyone. And once again, this is not the final build of Street Fighter V, guys, so don't panic. So let's get started. So first off, let's talk about his new V-Trigger 2 called No Mercy. This is a passive V-Trigger that gives Balrog access to a new move called B3. Can someone please tell me what B3 stands for in boxing terms? Anyways, this is a command throw, and you can do this by pressing hard punch and hard kick at the same time. So first off, this is a 2-bar V-Trigger. It's a pretty cheap one. It doesn't look like you can combo into the command grab, but you can cancel into it. The range of the grab is pretty far. Looking at this footage, we can see Balrog grab you just inside of his crouching medium kick range, but we don't know exactly what the max range is. It might be this, it might be a little bit further. The damage looks pretty low, to be honest, but the stun is very high. Reported to do about 300 stun. You can see the stun bar, it's like a third. It's huge. Balrog is also standing right next to the opponent after the grab, so it seems to be at a very high advantage. I could see Balrog getting pretty much a free pressure screen afterwards. And you can do 2 grabs before the V-gauge completely drains, and whiffing a grab drains the bar less, so you can have like another attempt even if you miss. So to be honest, Balrog's V-Trigger 1 is really hard to top. I mean, it's hard to convince someone not to use it. It's definitely one of the best V-Triggers in the game right now with its explosive comeback factor. With his V-Trigger 2, giving Balrog a command throw to expand his options on opening up the opponent does sound nice on paper, but Balrog really never had an issue with that in the first place. He has a near unreactable EX rush that can be directed low if he wants, and an overhead that can come out of nowhere at any time. But combining Balrog's V-skill with his rush punches will make it pretty easy to land his command grab, because you can go rush punch, cancel the V-skill, and then he's right in your face, and then he can grab you. Especially since the command grab itself has good range. Balrog has many plus normals too, so the threat of a command grab on top of that makes him pretty scary, even if the opponent decides to V-reversal, since grabs beat that V-reversal option. So Balrog has some good answers if the opponent neutral jumps or becomes dizzy as well, so there's that. So if they're scared and they neutral jump, you can hit him with the DP, and then yeah. One weakness with Balrog though is his problems via his grapplers, right? So that's like his bad matchups. If Balrog command grabs happens to be invincible to throws and beats command grabs, then this might be a good reversal option for Balrog to help him deal with those particular matchups and give incentive to use the second V-Trigger. So let me know what you guys think about this new V-Trigger in the comments below. Alright, let's talk about some of Balrog's reported balance changes now, which seem to be all nerfs at the moment, or normalizations. So first off, all level of taps are now -2 on block, and at least levels 1 to 4 has no hit invincibility. So Balrog's turnaround punch. So okay, this is 2 nerfs to tap. If you guys didn't know already, tap starts from -2 on block at level 1, and then it becomes -1 at level 2, etc. and so forth. Level 4 is when it gets crazy though, because Balrog becomes +1 on block and has a 3-frame normal, so he can bully you with level 4 tap and then still be able to pressure you afterwards. You can't press anything. So by making all of his taps -2 on block regardless of the level, it makes sure that Balrog's pressure pretty much always ends. And Capcom might have also nerfed this tap just because they were scared of his new V-Trigger 2. They don't want Balrog to close the gap with this, be at advantage, and then have a command throw. It's possible. Now for the no hit invincibility nerf to the tap, the way it is right now is Balrog has throw and upper body invincibility on tap from levels from frames 3 to 18 till level 3. So this means you can now easily meaty Balrog if he uses tap as a reversal from at least levels 1 to 4. So at the end of the day, I mean, Capcom is nerfing tap's pressure on block and making it way more risky as a reversal option. Tap is still throw invincible, but it can be baited if you understand the matchup anyways. You can still get massive damage out of nowhere with tap, and you can still use it for mix-up options because it is throw invincible. But personally, the way I would deal with tap is simply just make it hold down 3 punches or hold down 3 kicks like it was before. That way Balrog can tech throws if he holds a tap, and if he holds 2 tap then he can't do anything. and then this way you can keep the utility of the tap, but also raise the risk of it, and then we don't have the madness where you can, you know, hold a tap and then hold a tap and then just, yeah. Alright, so the next change is Balrog can no longer connect a crouching hard punch after a standing hard kick crush counter. So right now, Balrog lands a point blank standing hard kick crush counter. He can walk forward and link a crouching hard punch combo for a ton of damage. Just like, looks like Capcom is nerfing crush counter rewards for a lot of characters in general. This is more of kind of like a global nerf. This one is kind of specific though, because Balrog has to be point blank for this specific combo, so it's more of like an invincible reversal punish or just a really nasty meaty. If his standing hard kick remains +3 on block, I don't think Balrog players will actually care about this nerf. Okay, so the next change is Balrog's crouching medium kick target combo counts on a V trigger on block is now -1 or -2, probably -2. So right now it's +5 on block. That's insane, because that means Balrog can do whatever he wants afterwards, including a crushing hard punch frame trap. So I have a feeling that this, once again, is another universal nerf they're going to do to many characters' blocked attacks into V-Trigger, but you know, we'll see when AE launches. This nerf gives the opponent a chance to get off Balrog, you know, get away from him, since this is the most popular way that Balrog players like to cancel into V-Trigger. This also might be a nerf due to Capcom, you know, being concerned once again with Balrog, you know, being +5 with a command throw in V-Trigger too, but that's just me guessing. Okay, so the final report that I found on Balrog is that his V-Trigger 1 follow-up attacks have less pushback on block. So right now, Balrog's follow-ups are all -2 on block, besides the very last one. So Balrog is safe, but he does lose pressure after it. The issue is that the pushback is pretty damn far, and honestly, it's like this for so many characters. Definitely outside of light attack range, which is a problem. So this change makes sure that the opponent can take advantage of this by being, you know, point blank to Balrog and be really close after he does his follow-ups and he's -2. I don't really see this being a big deal for Balrog players though, because most of the time Balrog players are just going to cancel their follow-ups into V-skill anyways, and they're going to go in for a low, a throw, a tap, or an overhead. So it's not a big deal. Most of them don't just let it rock, but it is what it is. So let me know what you guys think about this. This is all the stuff I've heard so far. Let's wrap up this video. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more stuff to report up to the launch of AE, which is right around the corner. We got a lot of stuff planned for AE. Also, don't forget to like the video, guys. It helps. And yeah, I'll keep you posted till next time. So enjoy your weekend, guys. Take care.